journey. Just how much has this season meant to you, and just what's it like looking back on it?
I mean, it's just been super fun. Just being with a great group of guys, with a great organization. Going in and out of games, practice, traveling. It's just been really cool. Just kind of getting to know guys, be able to grow with everyone, and go out and do what we love to do. Just play basketball, compete, try and get wins, and it's just been fun. Crazy because like the year went by so fast. Rookie season's already done for me, so it definitely went by fast, but it was super fun, and I'm super excited for the years to come.
How much was just the connectiveness and kind of cohesion of the group did that kind of add to the fun of the year for you?
It was huge. From the beginning of the year, I'm thinking back to like training camp, just seeing where kind of guys have grown, relationally and just like individually. I think it's been tremendous just kind of watching everybody, including myself, and just kind of, growing close to certain guys, chemistry-wise on the court. You see different things that guys just kind of, have a feel for and have a flow of. And, that's just kind of been huge in terms of us, getting through the season and continuing to enjoy being around everybody.
What are your plans for this off season, and are you looking forward to having a full off season unlike going into your rookie year?
Yeah, especially in comparison to like going into the rookie year, especially last year. After a college season, you're so focused on it, you're just training for whatever possibilities you could have. But knowing that I'm in OKC and having the opportunity to kind of be here and work out and know what it is that I need to work on and what's expected of me. I'm just super excited to get in the gym, get stronger physically, and continue to just add to my game on the court. There are a lot of things that I want to work on, that I need to work on, that I plan on just kind of attacking, and I just look forward to going through the process every day.
You hear the word culture thrown out a lot. What does culture mean for, you just finished your rookie year? What does it mean to you, to this organization?
A lot of it for me, I think, is just like the environment. It's like the setting in which, when you go to a certain place, especially like here in OKC, I think we've kind of developed a culture where everybody works hard, everybody competes, everybody wants to push each other to get better. But at the same time, like, you can come in here every day with no feeling of like, if something happened outside of here, like, you don't have to feel shamed or, embarrassed or any type of other feelings outside of here. It's like it's all welcome. Like, just a comfortable setting, a comfortable environment. You can be yourself. You can, work at whatever it is you need to, and guys are just accepting of everybody. So that's kind of how I see it.
What is it, or in your opinion, what is it about the Thunder that, kind of a follow-up, but about Thunder that puts you guys in great positions to succeed? Like, it's rare that a team has 4 straight draft picks that contribute, but you guys did in one draft, and then they have had multiple players that have started in the G League and get their contracts converted. Like, so what is it about this organization that is so good?
Yeah. Well, the coaches, the front staff, everybody is just kind of really personable, straightforward with, expectations, what they expect from you, the things that, they feel like can make you a better player. And when it comes to being a better player, I think every single guy who walks through the doors every day want to get better every day. So just knowing that, we're here to push each other. The coaches are going to push us, and everyone kind of has high expectations for themselves. You kind of grow, you learn, and you get better, and kind of put yourself in a good situation.
And then can you talk about playing for Mark?
He's a really good coach. He's done a really good job, just kind of continuing to push everyone to the best of their abilities. I think he's getting a lot out of a lot of our players, and in terms of me, he's just been, like I said, he's really straightforward. He lets you know what it is you need to work on, what it is you need to pay attention to. And, I think earlier in the season, he addressed it as like homework assignments. When I was with the G League, he was like, I gave him some homework assignments. And like, his straightforwardness is something that you kind of just don't take for granted, because you know what it is you need to work on. You know what you need to do and how you can be successful. So
does playing for a guy like him, and every other player's called him a player's coach, and everything you just said, does playing for a guy like that give you confidence in your game?
100%, because there's just nothing that he's not like just leaving you stranded. Like he's telling you what it is that he expects of you and what you need to work on so that you can be successful. So definitely a player's coach, and it makes you more confident because you know when you're doing things the right way. You know what it is you can be doing what he expects you to do and things like that. So definitely comfortable, just knowing that when you can go out there and you can play and he's giving you kind of that confidence that you can do whatever. So.
You mentioned working on a few things over the summer. Is there anything specific that you really want to hone in on?
I mean, there are so many things. I plan on, just being in the weight room, kind of living in the weight room, continuing to get stronger, and then on court, continuing to just improve some of my shooting. There are a lot of little things that I'll be working on defensively, trying to get through screens, and physicality are things that's kind of going to go into a lot of the things. So those are a couple of the specifics, but it's a really broad category for me.
Yeah, I'm obviously being a versatile guard.
Yeah.
There's a ton of things that you need to work on,
For
but
sure.
do you think it's better to work on as many things as possible and try to just get better marginally over the summer, or to focus on 3 things: going to the weight room, getting through screens, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
And then have that added into your game.
I think there's a way that you can kind of hone in on specific things like in individual workouts while also, kind of attacking the broad variety of things that I need to work on. So I'll be in here 2-3 times a day, and one time might be weight room, and then I go on the court and I shoot. Then if I come back, it might be to just specifically work on defense or something. So I definitely, really lock in and just focus on certain things in a workout. But at the same time, the mindset doesn't change to kind of improve in every category. So.
Aaron, you were obviously a pretty big role player on the defensive end this year, and that was an area where this group has been really strong all year long. What was it like being a part of that, and just what did you learn about kind of the defensive identity of the team?
Yeah, we're a team that kind of relies on each other, both defensively and offensively. You got to be in the right spots. You got to be able to trust your teammate, and it kind of plays into chemistry and the culture that we've kind of built as a team, which is to kind of be together, be on the same page and trust one another. And it was awesome just kind of being able to learn the different schemes and strategies that we kind of have to be on the same page defensively, and then the defense translates to offense. So it creates a lot of opportunities when we're all on the same page and playing together.
That mindset of just kind of competing together, how much did that kind of play into the resilience and stuff that we saw this season with all the comebacks that you guys had?
Yeah, it just kind of shows the toughness and the grit of our team. We got a lot of guys who obviously can compete to the best with the best of them, and when we're all on the same page and competing together and playing like that, any deficit we face, we can come back from. And I know we had multiple comebacks this season, hopefully you don't consistently get yourself facing those deficits, but just the toughness, the grit, and the mindset to kind of keep fighting and understanding that these are long games that we're playing. So we got to be able to just kind of trust the process, stick to our game plan, and trust one another. So
Part of the team building strategy moving forward is draft picks, and Sam has acquired a lot of them. How does that motivate you in any way, knowing that there's more players coming in, multiple players coming in, after the draft this year and probably in the draft after that? How does that motivate you, or how do you view that?
That's how teams get better. You bring in guys that are good, and it kind of increases the competitive level within the organization, within the group. So, obviously that's going to be a big motivation behind not only myself, but for a lot of our players to kind of, push themselves a little bit harder. And then when those guys, whoever gets drafted, whoever ends up here, when they come in, it'll be a really competitive environment. And that's how a team really gets better. That's how teams grow together. That's how, chemistry is built. It's in the fire pits. It's kind of, going through it all and fighting one another, and then putting that into the season where you're, going up against other guys, other team, and fighting with each other. So.
Are there any specific wings that you watched or played against this season that you just saw and said, I'd like to take that from their game, or I want to play like this?
There are a lot of guys who I've kind of seen similarities between, and I don't watch film on specific guys and just try and take things from them. I try and learn a lot from my own individual film just to kind of see my own habits in the situations that I'm placed in. But there are a lot of guys who kind of play similar styles to the way that I've played. And I definitely will kind of look at different things and kind of compare and contrast to see what things I can add into my game or things I need to fix, or just kind of just continue to build and grow on the things that have been successful for other guys. And that's something that I'll look at. But there aren't a ton of guys that I just consistently watch or try and take note of.
You started the season with a little bit of an injury, then you came in, had some success, then got injured again, came back, and then got injured again. How difficult was that to navigate through in your first year? And then did the fun environment that you talked about help you get you through during your low time?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, injuries is not a part of my history, honestly. I haven't had an injury since like my junior year of high school, like a sprained ankle or something. So it was tough because I just wanted to be able to play. I wanted to be on the court. But the environment, the guys that we have, and our training staff, our medical staff, and those guys, they did a really good job just kind of giving me a timeline, helping me to recover, to rehab, and get back to full strength so that I could be out on the court and do what I love to do. If it wasn't for my teammates, for the training staff, the medical staff, and coaching staff just kind of telling me, like, get back to full strength, make sure you're healthy, and when you're ready to come back, we're ready for you. So if it wasn't for them, it definitely would have been a lot tougher. But I kind of had the mindset to just recover, to do whatever it takes to get myself back out on the court as soon as possible and at full strength. So
were there things you learned about your game during those times?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a time for me to sit back, to watch some of the games that I missed, and also to watch film on myself, and just kind of see things that I could learn, things that I could just kind of take note of, and I mean, it definitely helped just kind of being able to look at it from outside, watching at home on the TV and stuff like that. It was just a different perspective for sure.
And it's been asked from other players. Who do you think is the best dressed guy on the team?
The best dressed guy on the team? Trey Mann. Dude's drippy. Shay gonna be mad at me. Shay gonna be so mad. My boy Trey drippy. Did he? Jerry? Yeah, he's pulled out a couple nice fits. K Rich, I got a running joke with K Rich. Kendrick's funny. He's got some good fits too.
Where would you put yourself?
Or would I put myself? I wouldn't put myself in a category. I'm not going to. So they'll flame me if I try it. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
We got one from Christos on the Zoom. Go ahead, Christos.
Hey, Aaron, you're doing well. Great season, first of all. What would you learn during that rookie season for you? And how excited you are about next season, fighting for wins, fighting for more wins, and get better as a player overall?
Yeah, I'm super excited. For my rookie season, I learned a lot just in terms of schedule, the amount of games, the traveling, and when it comes to looking at next season and everything, I'm just super excited. This offseason is going to be huge for our team, for individuals, just to kind of get better, to kind of grow and get stronger. And when we come back together, we're going to definitely, be a group that's really competitive and ready to, kind of go at it. So I'm super excited for next season and just looking forward to, being back with the guys and kind of, continuing to build on everything that we've started.
All right. Thanks, Biggs.